before we talk about this new alumni association and a scholarship fund, for those who don't know what Harbor House is, talk to us about what you all do every day.
Every day, we are an alcohol and drug addiction treatment center. We have a 28-day residential treatment program. We have about 130 beds that we do residential treatment. And after residential treatment, people can go to a transition living house and continue to live, pay a little bit of rent, and continue treatment with outpatient counseling and group therapy. And then we have those residential beds in Fort Smith and in Hot Springs. And then we also have 6 outpatient clinics for addiction treatment in Northwest Arkansas, Russellville, Conway, and Hot Springs and Fort Smith. So any given day, we have 600 to 700 clients, either in residential treatment or as an outpatient client.
Where would these folks be if Harbor House wasn't there?
Well, that's I guess we deal with that every day with people that don't show up for treatment, make an appointment and don't show up, or but it's a sad testament to our society, I think, as much as anything. Personally, I've been in a lot of businesses. I've owned businesses. I've been a consultant, and in most businesses, it's always about finding or gaining market share, those kind of things, but not in this business. We have an abundance of clients. We have an abundance of potential clients, other providers, other people that do what we do. We collaborate, we refer back and forth. Nobody's in competition. So it is a unique from a business standpoint, unfortunately.
Well, thank goodness you guys, the service is there. So let's talk about this scholarship fund. How long has it been around, and what is that all about?
We just started it. And we started it because of a real severe need that we saw. So there are a lot of ways for someone to receive treatment at residential and at Harbor House. We take insurance, Blue Cross, and Better, all the insurances. We have some contracts with drug courts, the Cherokee Nation. We're working on one with the Creek Nation. But the payor of last resort is called the state block grant. It is money that comes from the state that pays us a little bit of money for someone to come to treatment, but because it is about half of what our break even is, we can only take so many of those per month. And so one day I realized that we had this tremendous waiting list of people who had no way to pay for treatment. They were waiting their turn to come on the state block grant, but having a drug addict on a waiting list for 30 days, 45 days, 60 days, I mean, it's just a bad thing, because when their turn comes, one, they may have changed their mind. They may not be ready for treatment, or something worse could have happened. So we established a scholarship program called Save a Life Scholarship Program. And for $4,000, that pays someone's way, and it gets them off that waiting list. It gets them off the state funds, and it may get them into treatment rather than them coming in October. They make it to come this week. And we've just started that program. The little bit of advertising that I've been able to do, I'm kind of waiting until after Labor Day to start to visit some businesses. And but we would like to have that $4,000 scholarship, something that businesses put in their annual budget. We can't give feedback about specific person that receives the scholarship because of HIPAA laws, but we can tell them it was a male, it was a female, it was a woman with a child. We can give them some general information about how their scholarship was used and the person in general that received it. But we feel like that once we're able to really start marketing it after Labor Day, the response will be great. You know, I say that every business in Fort Smith should have a scholarship in their name to Harbor House.
Well, and you know, if for a business or an individual, how easy is it to become a part of this scholarship fund?
Everything is on our website. If you go to harborhouse.com, there is a tab that says donate, and under donate, there's about 4 different ways you can donate, and one of them is the scholarship fund. And then the other is another item, another thing that we just recently started that had been talked about for years, and that is an Alumni and Friends Association. And I have to give a little kudos to the Boys and Girls Club, we looked at how they had been doing things for years and said, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. They seem to know what they're doing. So we started our Alumni and Friends Association about 3 or 4 months ago. And there's different levels, and you don't have to be an alumni of Harbor House. You can be a friend, a supporter. There's different levels of support, and there's some different swag that comes with the different support. But you can become a member of the Alumni Association for as little as $10. We wanted to make it very easy, especially for some of our alumni. And then there's some other levels up to a very large level. So those are two things that we're doing to try to raise awareness, but also raise funds to help people. Harbor is very financially sound. We've never had big fundraisers, like many charities have to do, and we're very thankful for that. But these are some specific items, the Alumni Association and the Scholarship Fund, that go into a fund that go into a cause for a specific purpose. We envision someday having an Alumni Association annual meeting, maybe renting a facility somewhere and bringing everybody together, having some speakers. And Harbor House has been around since 1967, so there's a lot of alumni.
It seems, or it would seem to me, that maybe some of the families of the residents that you've had in the past, who are thankful that the service was there, that would want to become an alumni or a friend.
And that's the reason we named it Alumni and Friends, because we wanted those people who were thankful, who maybe Harbor House saved their son's life or their daughter's life or whatever that might be, to also be a part. And we've gotten good response so far on the scholarship side as well, with people who have recognized, some businesses who have recognized that they had a loved one go through Harbor, or Harbor did something for someone, and they wanted to pay that forward, to pay someone else's way, because someone in addiction is really touching and causing several people in their lives to suffer. And so when someone gets clean, free, and sober, it's not just them that gets part of their life back. It's usually several family members and friends as well.
Well, Carlos, two projects that sound fantastic. I wish you the best of luck on that, and a lot of folks will become a part of it.
Well, I thank you. And you can go to www.harborhouse.com and hit the donate button and be a part of it. And, we, all of that money goes to those specific reasons as stated on the website.